Hello viewers and welcome to a new STM32 World video. Uh, I am recording this pretty much a day after I published the bare metal video number 2, where I am implementing the Sysdig typer. And well, I have mentioned before, please like and subscribe. And I love getting comments on these videos because, look, let's face it, this is a learning process for me as well as possibly the viewers. So I need to learn as well. And one of the comments that I got almost immediately on this video was from a guy here, where he says there is no need to enable syscfg clock, which I am doing in this video to get it running. And well, I tested this and it is actually correct. I did a redundant step in my code in the video I published yesterday. So what I mentioned here is basically that I would love for him to do a pull request, and immediately after that I got what is known as a pull request on my GitHub repository here. And I thought this would be a good time to show you, first of all, what the mistake was, but also how the preferred way of dealing with these change requests. I mean, if you are commenting on a video, you're not the only one. And quite frankly, I can't remember what I did in a video a couple of months ago. So doing a pull request will always be the ideal way. Basically, the way you do a pull request simply is you fork the repository on GitHub up here. You make your changes, you commit your changes, and then GitHub will allow you to do a pull request to the upstream repository. And this is clearly what this guy have done. Remove the and add clarification. Maybe it's actually not the same guy, I don't know, but it's okay. I got this pull request and I want to show how that actually works. So if I go in and click in the GitHub repository, if I go in and click on the pull request, you can see that it's a clarification to this bare metal video 2, and I can go in and I can see the files that has been changed, and the only file that has been changed is actually the main C, and you can see clearly how the redundant line is here, and that was commented out, and he added a comment, we don't need this, and he commented it out. So GitHub will tell me clearly that this can be, there's no conflicts with the base branch. So what I can do is I can merge that pull request straight into my code, confirm merge, and now that has been incorporated into my code. So anybody that pull this on, I gotta say there might be a conflict here because I have actually done some changes, but let's try to git pull. And there we get a merge, and it went in perfectly well. So let me go into examples, and it was the third here. Let's try to do a make, and it builds. Let's look at the main C just to verify that we got this in here. We have it down here, right? That changed. So that is absolutely perfect. So let's try to let me find the video. Okay, I have a small problem with my camera. Let me fix that. I think it works now. Oh yeah, there it is. So here you can see that the LED is blinking, and that was driven by the systex. So if I now do a make flash with the new code, you can see it's still blinking. So the point that is raised here, that there is no need to do this, is absolutely correct. There's no need to enable that sys CFD clock because it is an internal peripheral and it is already clocked by the core clock of the MCU. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. This is just a small video, an update video to correct a mistake I did earlier, but it also gave me a chance to actually show you how to the best way to submit changes. I make mistakes in this video, make no mistakes about it. I make mistakes, of course I do. I am learning this bare metal stuff. This is not something I have huge experience with. The last time I did what I would call bare metal programming was probably back in the late 80s or something like that, and it was probably on a Z80 or 6502 or maybe an Intel 8051 or something like that. I quite frankly don't remember which one was the last one I did it with, but it's been a long time ago since I've done anything like this. So I hope you have as much fun as I do making these videos, and keep these pointers coming. It is how I learn, and it is absolutely brilliant. Another great way of talking about these things is, by the way, on our Discord server, which you can see linked in the channel description. So head over to our Discord server and chat us up there. So as usual, have a wonderful rest of the day.